What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy, back in another video, and we're back here with a very special guest. What is your name, and what the heck did you just accomplish today?
My name is Valentino. I just finished losing in top 64 of nationals, but I did top nats with 60 card Rikka Sunavalon.
60 cards. So
yes.
Before we dive in, is there any reason why you decided to play 60 cards?
Okay, so I didn't look up his name, but there's a person who played a 60 card version at a regional, and he topped with it. And the way that he explained the reason why Rikka Sunavalon can get to 60 was actually really convincing. And so I tested this a few times throughout the last month, and wound up just kind of believing that 60 was right because it hides your bricks, and you play enough one-card starters. It's a one-card starter deck, so you only need one card. So you can play more board breakers. You don't have to make a decision between whether or not you're playing evenly or some other board breaker. You can play all the board breakers and still see your one-card combo and hide your bricks the best compared to any other build. And so I decided to play 60. It wound up paying off, and so shout out to that guy. I'll try to get Squiddy to maybe tag his video in the description or something, because he deserves credit for that. So he kind of inspired me to try 60. So
for sure. Yeah. And before we dive in, is there any shout outs you want to give?
Big shout out to all the people from Houston. Also shout out to my team, Team Fafnir. Austin Taylor, Bryce Sharp, Corey Nance, Colby Bloomstrom, Batalio Villarreal. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Zach and Temez and Glenn and Kevin and all of good hype over there. Just all the people from Houston. I'll probably make a post later and just make sure I don't leave anyone out. But I'm very humbled by topping this nationals. It's something I've always wanted, and there were a lot of people behind me who supported me and allowed this to happen. So I would like to make it about me and an ego trip, but honestly, it's more of like a community type thing for me. So I'm really happy of everyone who got me here. My opponents, my teammates, the people I play with at locals, all of them are like invaluable to me. So just all that. So I'm humbled by it. So yeah.
Totally, that's great to hear. With that, let's just dive into the deck profile and hear your thoughts.
Let's dive in. So I'm playing 60 cards, obviously. So we'll start off with the best monster in the game, Mathmech Circular. I mean, Sunseed Genius Loci. So, yeah, Sunseed Genius Loci. It's a one-card, like, +6. Ends on a giant board with multiple interruptions. You normal summon this guy, and you just pop off. So, Loci is, it's crazy to say, but Loci's broken. He's a normal monster, but he's broken. Then I play triple Lone Fire Blossom. This is because it's also a Loci when you normal it, so it's an extra starter. But he's also the best small world bridge, which I do play. And hitting this off Dance Peony lets you get into multiple routes. And so you really want to max out on this in 60 because, like I said, it's another copy of Loci, but then also it's broken to mill off Dance Peony. He's also part of the main combo and a good small world bridge, so Lone Fire's crazy. And then I played 3 Lilyboria. Hard opening this is really, really nuts because when you hard open it, you can usually go nib proof in under 5 summons. And so I wanted to open Lilyboria. She was awesome all day. Loved her. I think in the future, one of the things I'll consider playing is that card Rose Paladin. So you can just discard it and search Lilyboria for free. You'll play a little bit harder into Droll if you do that though, so there are pros and cons to that. But maybe Rose Paladin is something that I'll test further along. But yeah, Lilyboria. And then 3 Rikka Princess. In 60, it's mandatory you run 3 because actually drawing this card is really crazy because it goes nib proof when you do your combo usually, and you want it as an extender. So I think maybe in decks that are like 45 to 40, you could justify playing 2 in certain builds, but in 60, I think you have to run 3. Opening this card is not bad. And then I played 2 Petal. This was something that I also kind of debated a lot because you need a lot of starters in 60, and so I thought about 3 a lot, but wound up on 2 only because technically you get to this card in your normal combo. So drawing it's fine if you didn't draw open Loci, so then you'll just play Rikka for a little while. But you really don't want to normal it. You want to special it from the deck with Lone Fire Blossom. So, but 2, this card's crazy in the grind game. Won me a lot of games and just like in phase, they do a bunch of stuff, in phase, bring it back, and then they're like, uh-oh, I'm about to get tributed again. So yeah, Petal was really good. And then double Mudon. In all my previous builds, I had played 3. I wound up shading it to 2. It never came up where I needed 3. 3 would be justifiable in 60, only because once again, this is broken to mill off Dance Peony, but also opening it is great because it gives you another route in case you get like nib. You can do Rikka stuff afterwards, and then Rikka stuff's broken actually. So I might consider bumping this up to 3 in the future, but for this event 2 is fine. And then the hand traps I played, the only hand traps I played were this and Droll. I think running more in 60 wouldn't be really justifiable because you're not really going to see that many hand traps. But these are the most high impact ones right now because Droll hits all the combo decks like Dragon Link and all those kind of decks. And then you want this for Labyrinth, which is like one of your hardest matchups. So I wanted one really high impact card and then one hand trap that hit my hardest matchup. In testing, Imperm was good, but wound up being too low impact most of the time. So
how was Droll for you? Is good?
Oh my gosh, Droll. I don't want to say it was glued to my hand, but in the matches where like I needed to have Droll, he showed up. So maybe a little sacky, but whatever. You got to sack. It's Yugioh. You got to sack sometimes. So,
of course.
But against Flunder, drew it, and I was like, all right, thank you, Droll. Thank you, Droll.
Came in clutch.
Yes. And then I played Kurikara, Dynaris or Pankratops, and Gamma Seal. So these are all, and I guess I'll show you this for now, but that's just because of the Therion engine. But these are all bridgeable by Small World and really easy to get to. They also bridge into your engine really easily. And so all of them were very clutch. Gamma Seal to Rise Heart, Pankratops to Rise Heart, Tribute to Rise Heart with this, and I play 3 Small World, so the odds you see a way to these cards to break boards, or you just like hard draw them, like aren't that bad. So really nuts. I would consider playing more Kurikara in the future though, because she was really nice today. So just some searchable board breakers, and then further engine requirements. Basically the bricks, part of the reason why running 60 is fine, because you can hide these cards in the deck. So and then on to the spells. We'll do the one-offs first. So
TP Duster.
1 Duster, 1 Terraforming. This was debatable. It actually like never came up today, so in the future I may swap that out for something else. In theory it's okay because it's a thrust target when you need con, but it never wound up like being the thing you should search off thrust. So and then 1 call by. I only drew that 1 time today when it mattered, and yeah, I mean it mattered. So but I only drew this like 1 time, so it hit Ash and let me combo. So and then the Disc Coliseum for the Therion stuff, and then I played double con, 2 thrust and 2 sewing, and 2 painful decision. So painful decision gets you to your loci and then also dumps a plant in the graveyard, so it makes Lilyboria even crazier. This is to search off the Dryas and get your combo started. 2 con. I thought about 3, but 2 seemed fine because you just search it. In the future, I will be playing 3 of this, especially since I think that this was incorrect in my list. I should have played 3 because post-siding, I side Water Art, and so this also bridges the whole deck. So I don't remember what my reasoning was exactly on 2 thrust, but I should have played 3. So yeah, an error in deck building in hindsight. So and then no explanation there. Summon loci from the deck. Double search, tribute your opponent's monsters and search twice. Small World, which can get you to loci or board breakers, which is really nice. This card was crazy. And then 3 talents.
Oh, Starlight Talents.
Yep, Starlight Talents. This card was nuts all day today too. This card loves me, so I always play talents. And then 3 Dark Ruler, which I think is like mandatory this format. So I know that this is pretty much going to be in everyone's list in the top cut, I think, for the most part, at least somewhere. So 3 Dark Ruler, 3 evenly matched. I did draw this card quite a few times today. This card is very insane, especially in a deck like Rikka, where like you can kill them, but you don't need to. Like once you set up your con and your interactions, usually the game is over anyway. So you just simplify the game state and then play Rikka stuff. So the card's really good. And then the 1 sheet. Which once again, in hindsight, that's another reason why I should have played Thrust at 3, because Thrust can set sheet in a bind, and a lot of times your con has to get Glamour to combo, so getting this on top is usually like the difference between your board getting broken by Dark Roller and then you not losing to Dark Roller. Which this deck does not lose to Dark Roller, so.
Did you ever have trouble with the anti-spell with that many spells in the deck?
No. I did not. Anti-spell never popped up. I lost a lot of die rolls, but I also play a lot of going second cards. And I feel like evenly match is good into Dark Ruler only because it puts them in that situation where do they want to keep their monsters or do they want to keep the anti-spell? And a lot of times it's not the right choice to keep the anti-spell. You'd rather keep your interactions that are monsters that generate advantage and lose the anti-spell. So a lot of times evenly winds up clearing the anti-spell. or they keep the anti-spell and lock themselves out of spells on the following turn, and you wind up coming back from it anyway. So
Right.
I was scared of anti-spell. You'll see in the side deck that I was scared of it, but it never really came up. So I trusted evenly to do the lifting there.
Evenly did the
The heavy
lifting.
lifting, yeah. All right, and now for the extra deck. This is like super standard. Every extra deck in Sunavalon is the same. So 3 Dryas, 2 Healer, 1 Thrasher. He actually came up a lot today. Dance Peony. You know, sometimes you got to get it twisted and you got to mill 3 cards, see what you hit. Then 2 Jasmine. She is insane. That card is very crazy. 1 Melius, 1 Bangalancer. I made him a lot. Double Strina, 1 Hyperatron, and then the Queen. So that's the extra.
Awesome. Was there anything you felt like you were missing from the extra? Everything was good?
No. Extra's very standard. Every Rikka player plays the same extra deck. So
Cool.
so side decking, 3 Bell. That's for Labyrinth. I only played against 1 in Top Cut, and it didn't matter. So, but it's for Lab. So I would side this again, especially this format, because Lab is crazy. You have to stop Big Welcome. So Bell's really good. And then the 1 Spider Orchid to pop back row, face up, so out Birth or out like field spells, stuff like that. And then the 1 Rose Whip. This card is nuts. This card is very good. It's very good when you pop it with the, or make it with the Therion Regulus. So they can only activate 1 spell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really, really good.
That's a lot.
Yep. And then I played 2 of that and 3 of that. I wanted to play 3 Judgment to insulate the combo. And technically in 60, I should have played 3, but the side deck was really tight. And I had to make some deck building concessions, so. But these are just to insulate the combo. This is technically better because I think hand knowledge is more important than just stopping Dark Ruler. So if you're a good player and you get to see your opponent's hand, the game is almost always over. So
True. That's
yeah.
why they banned all those cards, right?
Yeah. And then 2 Lightning Storm. It's just searchable thrust, and you have to side a lot of back row removal in your 60 card deck. And then this card because of the anti-spell. Yeah. And I was worried of things like Tikaboo and stuff like that if I played Vanquish Soul, and so I think you have to play some cards to out Floodgates right now because Floodgates are part of the meta currently. Yeah, those are the best outs that I decided to play. So, yep, 15 card extra, 15 card side deck, 60 card main. So, that's the deck.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miles, and congrats so much for your achievement. This is one of the biggest nationals we ever had with 3,000 people. Hope to see you at the next event. I'm sure you'll do amazing as you have done so already. So thank you, man.
Thank you very much.